Hi, I'm Mark Mancini with VRBO Outstanding. We're back after 1 week to show you the progress we've made on Heart of Murata. Another thing I want to mention, we had a great Honeywell controller for a thermostat controller. And with the Honeywells, you can set an upper or lower temperature limit. The only thing is though with the Honeywells, you can easily go to YouTube and bypass them. Now, here's the most important thing. Here in the South, you have to set a lower limit for 68 degrees because anything lower, you'll freeze the pipes and the AC will not work for a few days. So to prevent that from happening, you have a very unhappy guest, we set limits of a 68 as the lowest and 78 as the highest. I went with the Amazon system. It was about $70 for this thermostat, plugged right in, easy to set up. Some of the other ones now, the newer Nest does not have the upper and lower limit settings like the Amazon does. And again, the Honeywell is easily bypassable with a simple Google search. This isn't. So always make sure you protect your AC unit because a guest is not going to be happy if they have no AC for 2 or 3 days because they didn't know they could turn it down to 64 degrees and keep all the doors and windows open because you've got a great door right here. Both sides open up and you can entertain. Many times people will leave that door open and have the AC going, and because it's so hot, they'll bring the AC down to 60 degrees and freeze your pipes. So always make sure you protect your AC system. Now, a couple things I want to show you. Of course, my wife's art as you come up the stairs. But one big thing that was an issue with this home was that the stairs, this is LVP, and the lip, the bullnose lip that comes across here was very loose on a lot of these. Some were firmer than others. What you can possibly see is my handyman put some aluminum L-frame, I guess, right over here underneath it and firmed it up. These things are solid. You could put all your weight on the lift, and I'm 195 pounds, and it's not going anywhere. Before, if I put my weight on this lip, it was gonna break right off. It's a liability. I would not want my guests to hurt themselves on here. And again, also, whenever you get a home, you always wanna touch up the paint. The handrail gets dirty extremely quickly, especially with kids, right? So always paint your handrail. That's number one. Number two, go around to your walls. My wife went around and went to all the walls and touched up all the marks. Also, your seams in your crown molding, your baseboard, we went, evidently in the keys, there was a shortage of caulk because I cannot tell you the gaps we saw in the crown molding. So truth be told, there's no shortage of caulk because I went to the store and found caulk. So we went ahead, we caulked everything, then we painted it. Looks a lot better. You can't see any of the seams. It looks gorgeous. I want to first come out here. This didn't change much. We did put a camera up here just to get the road, just a different angle of everything. The water views here are incredible. Obviously, you got the pool down below, but to your left, you've got the bay. You've got boats hanging out there. You've got people vacationing in their pool. But we've got seating out here. I actually sat out here the other day with my laptop and some coffee and enjoyed a good morning breeze and morning sunrise here. So as you come through the hallway, this is going to be another bedroom here that we replaced the queen bed with a king Tempur-Pedic adjustable bed. So we've got the controls over there and a lamp over there. So that's why we have the new beds from Wayfair. And we also, by the way, this is a picture of the North Myrtle Beach sunset in the background. TV, we mounted it where we had electricity up there at the top. The angle is actually really good. You can see real well from the bed. Again, you gotta have TVs in your bedroom. You may not have TVs in your bedroom at home. We don't think that's a good idea, but other people are different. You wanna appeal to 100%, not 50%. Just go overboard and put it out there. I cannot stress that enough. Over here in the bathroom, Again, nothing really changed except, again, all the full bathrooms have the Conair wall mount, and everything is kind of staged with some towels because we just had some pictures done. And as we go through here, we're not going to zoom into all the great caulking and touch of paint we did. Nothing really changed over here. Still the washer and dryer. We did keep the cabinets locked. We're going to keep some extra sheets and towels and probably some laundry detergent in there. Another thing I thought was cool that I didn't mention last time was the ironing board that comes down here. And I'm not going to mess with this because I don't usually do these things. My wife will tell you. But this is a really nice ironing board that comes out in case you need to go to a fancy dinner someplace. But this is the keys. Look, it's flip-flops, jeans, and a t-shirt. Or I'm sorry, shorts and a t-shirt. So I don't think people are going to be ironing much. Electrical panels here for the whole house. And that ties into the one downstairs. Now this already had a king bed, so we didn't replace it. It is not an adjustable bed. We make sure we're very clear in our description about that. The lamps we actually pulled from the living room, brought them up here, so we have one in each nightstand, because I think if you have a nightstand, you have to have a lamp. Again, some more art, and over here in the corner, in this closet, we have our IT closet. Now, unfortunately, they did not make it so we can lock it, but they do have screws, so we did use screws in there. I may replace those screws with something like a Torx bit so they can't easily get in there. That's where the wireless router is. We don't want people messing with the wireless router. Always have that locked up. Again, this TV actually was here. This was considered the master primary bedroom from the previous owner. He left us the TV. It has Roku, Netflix, Prime. We're good to go on that. We use Xfinity. And Xfinity uses either Samsung TVs or Roku for their cable. So I don't need a cable box in every room. Master bath, since we talked last week, we had some discussions. And this is now my shower. My wife has the other one. So this is going to be my place to take a shower. The Conair hair dryer. And everything is pretty much here the way it is. Now I do want to step out of here and talk a little bit about how we all did this and what the importance of it is. We're going to have another episode on a 1031 exchange. I want to make sure people understand the reason why we did these two episodes is to show you not only what it's like to transform a house from a typical rental that's VRB ordinary to one that's VRB outstanding, that we're going to charge more money for, that we're going to get more guests, and that we're going to get better quality guests. And we go over this in my course. These guests are going to pay a deposit. They're going to sign up for and get our damage insurance and coverage. They're going to sign through DocuSign a rental agreement. Okay, we're going to cover our bases. And that rental agreement is going to be pretty thorough. They're going to know exactly what they can and can't do. Now, the 1031 exchange, I want to mention briefly about that. We had a house that we purchased. It was during the Obama administration 10 years ago. The real estate market wasn't doing good. It was a bank-owned home we got for a song and a dance. Put a lot of money into it. We're in several figures worth of rent. It was a great earner. We got some great bookings out of it. We sold it for 4X. And to avoid any kind of taxes, because we were going to face... I didn't want to pay that. So I went ahead and did 1031 exchange to another home. We were already looking for one as we were put the other house on the market. So we were down here a couple months ago. We had this one in mind, and we talked to the owner and made it happen very quickly. We closed about a week after we closed on the other house. So we're ready to go. We've actually been on Airbnb and VRBO for a week. We already have 5 weeks booked. One is direct, so I don't pay any other commissions. So we're hitting this hard. From day one, we had the logo, we had the website, and guess what? We got some swag coming. We're doing hats for Heart of Murata. We have business cards already made up, and most importantly, we have our thank you cards. So when we leave our gifts out for our guests, we've got the thank you card to set the tone for the week and guarantee that 5-star review. So again, thank you very much for joining us this week. I'd like for you to hit the like and subscribe button, ask any comments below, and don't forget to go to VRBOutstaying.com for our course, and we'll see you again next week.